Hey there, paper geeks and glitter nerds, it's Senne, the crazy geek crafter, and I'm back with another monochromatic card for my monochromatic challenge. Let's just go with my homebrewed rules quite quickly. All products are permitted if they are in the designated color. Pattern papers must only have the designated color, and small amounts of black and white are permitted, for example for stamping and eyes on characters or sentiments. I have also decided to make a hashtag for this challenge, so if you make anything that you want to share with the rest of us, just use this hashtag you see on the screen. Now let's get started. Like when I did the blue card, I went through my stash looking for things to use, and I discovered that pattern paper with yellow is rare. It is mostly paired with orange, and that is a problem with yellow as a whole, that when you darken it, it either turns orange or brown. So I have no pattern papers, I have to make my own. I'm just flipping through my stencils and embossing folders and big stamps to figure out which one I want to use, and I picked this faded dot stencil. I'm gonna use some distress inks for coloring my colored paper. I didn't find many sequins either, or embellishment in any kind actually. So I'm just gonna make my own pattern paper this time. Last time I did a stamped focal point. This time I think I'm just gonna make something with cardstock. And I have this punch, and I like it. It hardly ever gets stuck, but it's like there's half a centimeter missing on the bottom, so you have to put something on top to punch it all the way down. That's what I'm doing here with my fiber cloth. This punch is great for making dimension. I'm gonna bring in my discarded mouse pad to shape it with my it's the end of my quilling tool, but it's perfectly round for the task, so I often use it for shaping flowers. Then I'm gonna ink the edges of the flowers for some diversity. Since I don't have a plan for this card other than making these monochromatic cards, I wanted something that just said congratulations with no specific theme to it. I'm trying out this congratulations die from Simple and Basics, but it doesn't work out. Since the pattern paper is too big for my card, I pull out the biggest of my square dies so I get a feel for the size of the card, so that I can play around with the elements I have. I forgot to press record after die cutting the circle, but I've just been playing around with the elements, and I put some JoyCraft double-sided adhesive tape on the back of this yellow cardstock so I can cut out a sentiment in yellow, and it says congratulations. It's also from Simple and Basics, it's just a different design than the other one I was playing with, and this one fits better in the circle so that I can surround it with the flowers. Now, I'm not saying I'm a hoarder, but I have a hard time throwing things away. So these flowers I made for a 3-day build. I made a little house, elven house, and I needed a lot of flowers, but I had some left over. So I figured instead of breaking my hand or something, doing more punching, I would just use the ones I had. These already have sensors on them, which are made with the Nuvo drops in white. So a tiny bit of white made it onto this card. I did try to fight it, but I didn't want to redo the dots on all these flowers. I didn't see the point. And the other Nuvo drop I have is yellow. It's called mustard, but it looks orange compared to this yellow, again with the yellow problem. So I decided to keep them white. Now here are the half pearls. I needed centers for the daisies, so I'm fishing out the yellow ones to put in those. second I'll be done fiddling around with the tiny flowers, and then I can put this panel on a card base. It's gonna leave a bit of a white border, but I think it's okay. But then it'll be done. And I was surprised at how good this card turned out. But it's funny, when it's on my shelf and I'm far away, it actually looked just yellow. I can't see the details. So I learned a lot about the color yellow doing this project, and about my stash, what I have in yellow. I don't know if I need to invest in anything. I have invested in blue Nuvo drops after I did the blue card, but I'm uncertain whether or not I actually need more things in yellow in my life. So I'm still debating that one. Something that is undebatable is that I'll be back with a new video next week. It will be actually a double feature. There will be a leftover video, and there will also be a more technical video. So I hope you'll return for that. Until then, I hope you'll be having a good day, evening or night.